And the results are in from the world's largest test of a 4-day work week. Almost every company taking part is going to keep it. Kelsey, you got more on this. It's kind of making workers happy, isn't it?
Well, guys, it's Wednesday. It's hump day. We've got 2 more days left. Am I right?
After this.
What if
I can't even fathom.
changed?
I can't even fathom that a 4-day work week would work.
But here's the thing. This morning, 92% of those companies we were learning that tested the 4-day work week, they were a part of that test, they say that they're keeping it.
That's true. And it's a great sign for anyone who wants to use evidence-based research to make a decision about whether we should have a 5-day work week or 4-day work week. And if you're worried about productivity, you shouldn't be, because it turns out that the 4-day work week, based on this experiment in the UK, did not decline with a shorter work week. So let's get to the details here. As I mentioned, this was a pilot program that was implemented in the UK, and the program was the world's largest trial of the 4-day work week. A majority of the supervisors and employees liked it so much that they've decided, even though the pilot's over, they're gonna stick to it. They really liked it. And they noticed that 15% of the employees who participated in this pilot program said that literally no amount of money would convince them to go back to working 5 days a week.
I doubt it.
15% though, I think it's a realistic number.
$1 million a day, come on. Like, there's a certain amount of money that can get almost anyone to do almost anything.
Fine.
Anyway, I understand the broader point. I am not surprised that they love it and would not want to go back. There have been many, many tests in many different parts of the world, and they've basically all said that.
Yeah, that's right. And look, obviously the employees are gonna love it. Of course we want a shorter work week. But what stood out with this pilot program is how the employers really liked it.
Yeah.
So nearly 3,000 employees took part in the pilot, which was organized by the advocacy group 4-Day Week Global in collaboration with the research group Autonomy and researchers at Boston College and the University of Cambridge. So the 4-Day Week Global group is coordinating these pilot programs as part of its global campaign to encourage more employers, more firms to switch from the standard 40-hour work week to a 32-hour model for the same pay and benefits. So companies that participated could adopt different methods to meaningfully shorten their employees' work weeks, from giving them 1 day a week off to reducing their working days in a year to average out to 32 hours per week, but had to ensure the employees still received 100% of their pay. So at the end of the experiment, the employees reported a lot of the things that I don't have right now, including sleep, less in terms of stress levels, like better stress levels, improved personal lives, and improved mental health, okay? And by the way, I wanna dispel the notion that I'm just like kicking back on Fridays just because I'm not on the show.
Who said that?
Every once in a while, someone in the company will slip and be like, but you get Fridays off, am I right? No, I don't, I'm working on Fridays, okay? I'm just not on the show. I have other issues that I gotta deal with that aren't on air. You get what I'm saying?
I think the host doth protest too much. I'm sure you're working very hard. First of all, you comment on the shows that we're hosting, so clearly you're not kicking back at the beach. You're in real time watching.
Yeah, and like last Friday, I jumped in right away because we needed extra help with producing the show, and of course I'm gonna help produce the show. But anyway,
I think I've requested that actually, so thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Because I'm at my computer and I'm working, so it's easy to do it. Anyway, but putting that all aside, okay? Here are more results from the program, and then I want to hear from you, John, because you've been a huge advocate for this.
Yeah.
Now, the results of the UK study, they are jarring. More than 70% of the employees were less burned out, 39% less stressed, and 48% more satisfied with their job. As for the companies involved, profits jumped an average of 35% from previous years, and on average rose 1.4% during the 6-month trial. Now, involved in the study were 60 companies and nearly 3,000 employees. It was a UK study specializing in healthcare, manufacturing, and financing. I spoke to the founder of the study this morning, and he tells me these are not the only results.
Things like sick days halved. Number of people who were resigning dropped. Now, all of these things are hidden costs for businesses. So they're not just seeing better output, better productivity. They're actually seeing a reduction in costs. which is a win-win again for business.
Oh, yes. I'm gonna do the story all over again with Cenk, okay? I know it's gonna be redundant, a little repetitive for you guys. It's okay, because we gotta convince him. Their profits went up 35%.
Or was it that 35% of the companies had profits that went up? I don't remember.
Maybe I misunderstood
Anyway.
it. Either way, my point is,
it's good.
It actually was beneficial financially.
Well, yeah, and profits aren't the only measure of the economic success of a company. As they said, if you're training less people, then that's gonna help you. If you're not having to replace people who are taking more sick days, that's gonna help economically. And you definitely have time to cover this, even if it's redundant, because we're still on an antiquated 5-day work schedule. So.
And by the way, let's just also dispel the notion that most Americans work 40-hour work weeks.
Yeah.
It's way more than that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I wish,
Yeah.
but it's way more than that.
And by the way, this is gonna, in different industries, this would look very different. First of all, in some of it wouldn't be possible, and some, the employees might not even want it. Like, that doesn't mean that like if TYT were to do it, we would only broadcast on 4 days or anything. No, it's just that not everybody would work all of the days. The companies can still exist. So again, there's this very fundamental, if unspoken, American thing that causes some people who generally are employers rather than employees to have an automatic instinctive issue with this. Every Republican is gonna have a problem with this. They won't necessarily be able to articulate how. For some, it's just gonna be the fact that right-wing populism at the end of the day boils down to absolutely despising workers. But for others, it's a belief that workers are gonna get away with something.
To 100%.
And they don't want it. Even if all of the evidence proves it'll be better for the companies too.
There is this like residue of the Calvinist work ethic that we're still grappling with, and we need to dispose of it.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm not interested in the Calvinist work ethic. I'm interested in living my life a little bit.
The Hobbesian work ethic, actually, is what I would call that.
Let's do, yeah, exactly. So look, if this is clearly beneficial for all parties involved, I don't understand where the question is. But look, there's all sorts of things that happen in workplaces across the country that make no sense. Like the whole first one in, last one out. I mean, think about the pressure that workers in America feel just to appear productive, even when they don't need to be, right?
Yeah.
Just like the performative stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like if someone like is beneficial enough that they have a day off each week, having to say that they're at their computer, it's like performative. And I don't feel like they shouldn't have that pressure.
Okay.
Sure, John Warderola.
Totally kidding.
Thanks,
I know
Emma.
you're working. Jeez. I'm joking.
You know what? Maybe I'm not working. Maybe I am kicking my feet up and just enjoying some Real Housewives of the Potomac.
I hope. That was a very specific reference.
I actually don't watch that one, but.
Oh, okay. I have a feeling you're working, and if you weren't, you've been here for a long time. You've earned it.
Thanks, that's sweet, but I am working.
Here at the Young Turks, we do our best to bring you the most essential news stories of the day, but we can't cover everything in a 2-hour show. And for the rest, I recommend Ground News. Founded by a former NASA scientist, Ground News uses a revolutionary system that analyzes where the news is coming from and gives you complete transparency on the potential biases these sources may have. That way, you can read between the lines of media bias and break free from the corporate media agenda. In arming you with the context and transparency, you'll have everything you need to think critically about the news and build responsible media literacy for yourself and others. With Ground News, you're not just mindlessly consuming the media, you're part of a movement that is working to hold them accountable and get straight to the facts. Break through the filter bubbles, the propaganda, and the bias, and subscribe to Ground News today.